Hey guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So today's just another question for gamers, and this one's interesting because it's something that we all kind of are exposed to in a sense, and sometimes we think about it, sometimes we don't. But the question was actually posted on the Facebook group Intellivision Invasion by Robert. He's like a typical poster on that page, but he threw up the question of does the Intellivision Amico essentially need a celebrity to endorse it? And I guess that's a typical marketing question, and that can go with anything, right? That's from anything from appliances to baby food. Do we need a celebrity, or does the product market itself? Or does the company itself have enough of a name brand that they don't need celebrities? And we can go back to like the original Intellivision there, where George Plimpton was brought on. I guess because part of their big campaign was to show off the sports titles and how the Intellivision sports titles look better than the Atari sports titles, and so they got a sports journalist. I'm not really familiar with George Plimpton. I mean, when I was a kid, I didn't care about who this guy was. I was just into the games, but at the same time I was just a kid, and I wasn't the one going out and buying the games. I wasn't the one who was watching the commercials and getting enticed to want to go and buy these games. They were just bought for me, and my brother bought them, or my parents bought them, or whatever. But let's look at the idea that Tommy Tallarico now is got a product, and he's got a marketing plan in place, and he's got a demographic for this product. And of course, this has been like the talk of a lot of YouTube videos lately. Ever since the first glimpses of what the Amico was and what was coming out, people were already speculating who the audience was, who the market was, if there was a market. But now we're getting to the point where it's almost time to, the Amico is going to be coming out soon, and the real marketing is going to happen. So the question is, do they need a celebrity? And, just for fun, if they had a celebrity, who would it be? Now, of course, some people have already said things like, well, Tommy Tallarico, the president of Intellivision now, also is famous on his own right. He's been in numerous shows on video games. He's got his own touring, musical show that is all about video games. So he's already a celebrity. So why not Tommy Tallarico? I mean, now the thing is, he is the president of the company. He's got a lot on his plate. He's got a lot to do. And again, we're going back to target marketing, and is he really going to appeal to the people that he wants to target? And from what we've understood so far, it's like, he talks a lot about mothers, for instance. There's a lot of mothers that he thinks, the demographic, he's got stats to show this, that they're the ones who are buying this stuff. So a lot of that has to do with it. And so, okay, so we do have Tommy. I mean, and of course we can't forget that he also has an older cousin, who is part of a famous rock group, Aerosmith. But again, is that the right demographic? Is that who we want to appeal to? I mean, that's cool to me, but I'm already a retro gamer myself. I'm already interested in the product. I'm aware of the product. I've already bought or put the money down for the Founders Edition. So he's not trying to appeal to me. He's already got people like me. So going to a band like Aerosmith, not as relevant as they were say in the 80s when they were really, really big, so the demographic of who they're going to bring in just might not be there. We also had Jay Leno. There was a little spot where he was on the Jay's Garage. They had an Intellivision car for the Burger Time game, and it was pretty cool. I mean, I watched the episode. I think I even recorded it on like the PVR thing. But yeah, I mean, okay, so we got Jay Leno, but again, Jay Leno, he's still doing his thing, which is all about cars. He's not doing his late night talk show anymore, so he's missing a broad audience, and it's not, again, the demographic. But we could go down to Jimmy Fallon, who's much more recent, much more relevant. He replaced him, and yeah, Jimmy Fallon could be perfect for the role. But and especially now, right now, if you're watching Jimmy Fallon today, he's doing his show from his home with his family, and he's showing his wife and his kids and how he lives in his daily life. So obviously, Fallon could potentially fit that role. And another one, of course, was Ellen DeGeneres, and there was some, thing where he actually went on the Ellen DeGeneres. I believe he went on the show. Correct me if I'm wrong. And actually talked about things like the Amico and stuff. So, and that's fitting your demographic right there for the moms who watch the Ellen DeGeneres show or watch whatever show that she's on right now. That could be the target market right there. And it's kind of like the idea with Oprah, for instance. When Oprah would put her name on something, when Oprah had her show and she would go out there and push a book, everybody bought this book. Everybody bought the product that she pushed. I mean, she started the whole everybody gets a car. Everybody gets this. Everybody gets an Amico. You get an Amico. You get an Amico. You get an Amico. So if she were to be there, obviously you get it into her hands. Yeah, maybe that part of the celebrity portion could work. But what other celebrities? I mean, I know that from that post that I saw on Intellivision Invasion, Tommy did kind of chime in the thread and said that they have been talking to a lot of celebrities. So, we're not going to obviously know until the campaign really starts to kick in. But it's kind of fun and interesting to think about who would be the perfect celebrities. And it's not just the system. It's not just the console that they want to push. It's also going to be the games, and that's nothing new. We've been doing that forever. I mean, look at Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I'm sure a lot of people bought that game, mainly because Mike Tyson was on the cover, and the fact that they got to punch out Mike Tyson. How fun is that? And obviously today the branding is gone from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Now it's just Punch-Out. If you go on the Nintendo Switch thing, when you could actually download the games, they have Punch-Out, but it's just regular Punch-Out. They had to take Tyson out, which is a part of the problems as using celebrities, is that you only get them for a certain period of time, and as long as they're relevant. And then another thought that popped up, I was also reading through, and the immortal John Hancock, another popular YouTuber, talks about video games too. He kind of came in and he said, well, a good product or a good system like a console doesn't necessarily need a celebrity. It just needs a game, or it needs something about it that's going to push it. And I thought, that's perfect example right there is thinking of Nintendo. When I first laid my eyes on Super Mario Brothers, I was sold. I mean, my friend had a Nintendo. I didn't even know what it was. I went over to his house and he had it, and I still had my Intellivision hooked up at home. And I looked at Super Mario Brothers and I'm like, whoa, I was blown away by this game. That's what made me want to buy a Nintendo. Sure, Mario himself, I mean, he was popular from the Donkey Kong days, but in my opinion, in my view, back in those early days, I didn't really know Mario too much as a character. I knew he was in Donkey Kong, but I didn't know him too well. But then when the Super Mario thing took off, that's what made me want to buy the console, not a celebrity pushing it. So maybe it doesn't. Maybe they don't need a celebrity. Maybe they just need a character. Maybe they just need someone like Earthworm Jim, which is a lot of people are saying, because that's going to be rebooted essentially. Maybe the guy from Burger Time, Peter Pepper. Maybe just some other character that they created out of nowhere. Interesting to think about. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about and throw the question out there to you is, what do you think? Do you think the Intellivision Amico needs a celebrity? Do you think a celebrity would work? Do you think the demographics are there? And who would it be? Who would you want to see pushing the Amico? Anyways, hope you liked the video. I'd love to hear your comments down below. Please leave whatever thoughts you have down there. If you think the Intellivision Amico needs a celebrity, and who would you hope it would be? Anyways, hope you liked the video. Hope you subscribe. Talk to you later.